the second forgot how to walk. I'm not even kidding, I forgot how to walk.
You are my best friend and we've got some issues. Okay.
Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. What's up? What's new? Comment down below. Okay, it's been such a long time since I sat down and filmed for you. Doesn't matter why, but I'm here now and I'm gonna start filming and I'm gonna start posting again. So yes. So YouTube has recommended a lot of videos of girls who had some modeling experience, and I have been hooked on those videos, and I could watch them all day and just like agree, like, yes girl, you're right, yes, that's actually what happened to me. And yeah, I'm kind of shy and I didn't want to talk about this, but at the same time I want to talk about it because there are a lot of girls that want to become models and just don't know, like I didn't know what I was going into. Yeah, I was really young when I started, and yeah, I had my heart broken. Actually, my heart was broken after that, and I said I'm never gonna try it again. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you my experience today. And I mean, everybody had different experiences and everybody has their own opinion on this. You don't have to agree with me, but this is what I went through and this is what I think. So yeah, no harm, please. And yeah, let's go into the story. So when I was younger, I was really skinny, like really skinny, and everybody used to say to me like, you have to be a model, you're so skinny, you're born to be a model, it's your destiny to be a model. And yeah, because I was really skinny, and yeah, I'm still skinny, but I'll gain some pounds, if you know what I mean. But that doesn't matter. So yeah, and I, in my head, like, thought, yes, I have to be a model, this is my life dream, my go-to thing, I have to be a model. Like, in my head, I was really young, like since I was like 4 or 5 years old, everybody would say that to me, and like that was in my head, I have to be a model. Once in my life I'm gonna start doing that, I'm gonna start modeling. And yeah, and here where I live, you can be a model since like 1 or 2 years old, and I mean your parents pay for that, and like you train it, like you have a professional trainer that like learns you to walk, to take pictures or stuff like that. But my family was really poor at the time, and they just didn't have money to pay that for me. And I was like, doesn't matter, something will come up in my life, you know. And I was about, I think I was 13 years old, and I was in school, and I saw this poster of that like agency wanting new young faces, and they were like hosting an audition at, I don't know where it was a big building. And like, since the day I saw it, it was like a month far away from that day when I saw it. And I remember like running home, literally running home, to tell my parents that this agency is hosting an audition for new faces, young girls. And I was like, yes, that's my chance. I was waiting for this my whole life. I have to go, I have to audition. Like, I was going insane. I didn't want to eat. Since that day I was like starving myself because I thought that I have to be more skinnier. And you know, everybody was telling me my whole life, you're born to be a model. But there was an itsy bitsy tiny glitch. I was really tiny, I was really short. I am still short, I don't know how short I am. I'll put it somewhere here, like my measurements. Like, yes, I was skinny, but I was really short, and you know that models have to be really tall and good looking, and I was not. So the audition was far, I was not eating, as I said, like I was really starving myself. And I was 13 years old, you guys. Like, nobody told me, like, nobody was honest with me, like, you're short, you're not gonna grow, like, you can't be a model. But I was like sorry myself. I got in a lot of fights with my parents because they were like, you're already really skinny, you're gonna get sick, just eat, don't starve yourself. But no, they would like give me money for like food in school, and I would like not eat. I wouldn't spend a penny on the food. I swear to you. Like, and like week or two passed since I saw that poster, and I went to the mall with my friend. There were these two girls with the camera, and they approached me and they asked me if they can take a picture of me. And I was like, why? Why? And they told me that they were from this modeling agency who are searching for like new, fresh, young faces. And I was like, great, I saw your poster, you can, yeah, sure, you can take a picture of me. And I just remembered me thinking like how gross I look, how poor I look, and like I had this like greenish shirt, like I didn't really dig how I looked then, and I had this like dark hair, long hair. I had really long hair and I was really skinny, like really skinny. I looked like a skeleton. I looked like that girl from that scary movie, like from I can't remember, The Circle is called. Really pale. I had this long dark hair, really skinny, like this skinny. And yeah, she took and she said, thank you, great. And my friend was like standing there and she was looking like me like, what did you just do? And I was like, what did I do? Like, they could be killers, they could be serial killers, they can put your picture in porn. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, then she like put inside me this like fear that they weren't like that modeling agency. And I was like, okay, Natalia, just calm down, like they're not gonna kill you, they're not gonna put your picture in porn, like just relax. And I was like, I came home and I told my parents like what was happening, and they were like, okay, great, like, you know. And they asked me, do you still want to go to the audition? I was like, yes, of course, I wanna, like, I don't want to risk not like getting in that agency. And they were like, okay. So the day of the audition came. I was so really nervous. I was that nervous that I don't even remember what was I wearing. And I went with my mom, and when I came there were a lot of girls. Like, that was this big building, and like the waiting line was so long. I think we were hours there, like really. And like they gave us this paper to fill in, like how much I weighed, how high I am, my height, and like the color of my eyes, the color of my hair, like my age and that stuff. Like, and then they call my name out and you have to go on that stage, and there is a camera recording you, and you just have to walk, like nothing spectacular, just walk. Like, and I was okay, I'm just gonna walk. And I remember I was so nervous, like I in the second forgot how to walk. I'm not even kidding, I forgot how to walk. And I walked, and like they were just, okay, thank you, we will call you if, you know, la 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 la. And I was, okay, thank you, bye. And I ran down the stage like to my mom and asked her, how did I look? And she said, you were fine, you were great. And I was so nervous, and I remember coming home and just thinking like, they're not gonna call me. I was terrible, I forgot how to walk. And yeah, days passed, no one called me, and I was like, yeah, that's that. And I just remember I was in biology in my school, and my phone started ringing, and my teacher was, what the fuck? Like, I was like, it's an emergency, can I just go and like take it? Because I knew that was the agency calling me. And she was like, yeah, go, like, and I picked up, and it was an agency, and they said to me, you passed the audition, like, do you wanna come to a meeting with us? And I was like, yes, of course, I'm gonna come. When? Where? And she told me when and where, and automatically I didn't go back to class. I called my dad and went to the meeting with my dad. And because I was that young, I couldn't sign my own contract, so my dad did it for me. But we didn't sign the contract. Here is what was going on. We came there and the next step was modeling school. So you have, I don't know, 10 or 15 classes where you have to learn to walk in heels. And like, it wasn't free. It cost like $100, I think. I'm not sure. It maybe doesn't sound big now or big to you, but then for my parents, and I was just sitting there next to my dad and like thinking, okay, this is over, like he's not gonna pay for it. I mean, he would if he could, but he can't. And just I was thinking that in my head, and like I was, okay, this is over. Nice dreaming. And then my dad said, okay, I'm gonna pay for that and she's gonna go, where is it? And I was like, what? Like, where are you gonna find the money to pay for that? Like, you don't have a job. I was thinking that in my head, and like dad signed that for the school, and like we went out of the meeting and I said like, why, where? And he's gonna, I'm gonna find the money and I'm gonna pay it for you, and like you're gonna go. And he saw how excited I was, and like I was thinking, just I have the best dad in the whole wide world, and he just paid it. And I went, and he, because it was far away from my house, he like went with me every single time I had to go. And because it was walking in heels and I was a 13-year-old girl who didn't own any heels, we had to go and buy some heels. So yeah, me and my mom went and we bought heels, and I still have them. I'm gonna show them to you later, or I'm gonna put a picture there because I don't know where they are. I don't wear them, they're really uncomfortable. So okay, I was so excited when I was going the first time, and I remember there were two women. They were supposed to learn us how to walk, and they were so cruel. I'm not even joking when I say that they were so freaking cruel, and they were so freaking evil and mean to us. Like, there were girls that were younger than me. I can't talk. And there were girls that were older than me. So like, she was yelling at all of us, like, she doesn't care if you're 5, 10 or 25, she's gonna yell at you. And like, me and the most of the girls told her that we never walked in heels, and she was like, I don't care, you're gonna walk, and you're gonna walk how I say you're gonna walk. And I was like, what the fuck are you, what the fuck? And okay, that passed, and I was like, oh, finally, now I'm gonna sign the contract. And there was like, yeah, there's another part of audition, like you have to go and walk in front of an audience, and there's there were judges on the end of the road, and they will give you like points and grades, and if you got a grade 9 or 10, you're gonna sign the contract, and if you got 8, 7 or lower, that's like bye-bye. And no. But I remember I got a 9, and I'm gonna, like, if I find my like diploma, because we got a diploma, I'm gonna put it right there. And yeah, and I thought like that was odd, but okay. So I got a 9, I signed the contract, but there was more. To sign the contract, like, you have to do your book, like, and the book is some professional pictures that the cameraman photographer takes of you, and like he does it in a certain form, and you have like 5 or 6 of your pictures, and that was $200. Yeah. And like I already paid for my school, and just to stop there, like I just didn't know what to do. And I was like to my dad, like, you know, I'm not gonna. And he's like, we already paid for the school, we're not gonna like stop here. and he actually borrowed the money. I don't know from who, but he did. He borrowed it and he paid for my book. And like I remember because I was in school and like I had to miss some classes to come home, wash my hair. Like they said, do not do my makeup, and that was okay because I don't have any makeup, and I just thought they're gonna do my hair. I just washed it. It was like this. Like it was so frizzy and still damp when I came there, and like guess what? They didn't do hair. They didn't do hair. The girl did my makeup was using this old shitty makeup. I just remembered how dirty it was, and I was like, you're gonna I imagined something professional, something expensive, you know. They took so much money from me that I thought they were actually gonna do and use good makeup, good quality makeup. And she did like this shitty job, and like I just remembered like there was the ring light, but I was too short for it. Like they had to bring me a stool so that I can stand on it to be tall enough to reach the ring light so that he can take photos of me through the ring light. And like he was taking pictures of me the most. Like other girls would go to 10-15 minutes and I took a half an hour. I'm not even kidding, a half an hour. And I don't know if that is because I'm too ugly or that he just liked how I looked, and it means that you have something in you, you're gonna be successful. I just put that in my mind. You're gonna be successful. You came this way through. Your family supported you 100%, and I was like, okay. So we were doing this, and like finally, when all that passed, like I signed the contract. I signed it finally. The contract was in my freaking hands for 5 minutes because you don't get a copy, you don't get anything, you just signed and like blind. Like, and I mean I didn't sign it, my dad signed it for me, and like he was reading it and he was making some faces, but he signed it for me. And like the owner of the agency told me, like, whenever we have an audition, a casting, how we call it, we will call you and you will come and we will tell you how to dress up, what to do with your hair, what to do with your face, and all that. And I was like, okay, I'll wait for you to call me. Like, and some time passed. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, months have passed and no calls, nothing. And my dad called them and asked them, like, months passed, why are you not calling her? Like, we signed a contract, like, we paid that much money, and why are you not calling us? And he was like, when audition comes, we will call you. And my dad was, okay. So he told me, like, you have to be patient, it's okay, they will call you, like, we signed the contract, don't worry, like, it's legal. And I was like, okay. And like 4 or 5 months passed, and then I get my first call. I was so freaking excited. They just told me like minimal makeup, like nothing extreme, like hair natural, dress like however you want, and heels. And I was like, okay. So this this edition was in this crappy building. Like, it looked like a building from a horror movie. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was just waiting for someone to come out and me. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was that scared. Like, and I went in, and like all the models there were so freaking tall, and I'm not even kidding, they are so freaking tall, and I was like in heels and I was looking at them like, hi. You guys, I was so ashamed to be there, and I instantly felt this pain in my chest. Like, I couldn't breathe. I just wanted to cry. because I knew it. I'm not gonna get it. I know. And they called my name and I walked again. And they just like, thank you. And I just remembered going to the car with my dad, and I just started crying, and I told him like, yeah, I'm not gonna get anything ever. I just know it. I'm not for the job. I'm too short. I just knew it. And he was like, no, don't say that. Don't ever, ever, ever doubt yourself. You have to believe in yourself and everything's gonna be okay. And I was like, okay, like maybe I'm gonna grow. And like, again, months had passed and they called me for their biggest fashion show. Like, the agency has their own fashion show. It's called Fashion Selection, and like they only pick their models that they have signed. And I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna pick me, because if I wasn't good enough, like they wouldn't sign me, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I came there again, so much tall models, like I was feeling like an ant. Yeah, I was like an ant this time. And like I came, and again I get the looks from the judges, like they were like, what are you doing here? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk. And I was so full of myself at that moment. I was so confident. I just said to myself, I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna make my dad proud, because he gave that much money when we didn't have anything, and like I'm gonna get this for him. And like I like did everything I could. Like, I'm just kidding, I didn't do this. I was walking so proud and so full of myself, and like did everything right. I kid you not, I did everything right. And they said, we will be calling you if, you know, we decide to put you in the show. And I was like, okay. And yeah, guess what? They didn't call me. Like, and I was really disappointing. I was really disappointed, and like was just I was heartbroken. Like, I'm not gonna sit here, and like it hurts me till this day, like that he signed me, that he took that much money from me, and that he didn't even call me on every like audition. Like, the agency had so much auditions through the year, I'm not even kidding you, had so much auditions through the year, and he only called me on 2 or 3. Yes, like they didn't even want to call me, like, to come to auditions, because they didn't think I was good enough. And yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm short. Like, I can't be a model. I'm short, and I know that now. But like, I was a kid.
So I don't know what happened, but the half of the story is missing. I don't know what happened with my phone, but it's missing, and I'm gonna do it here. Like, as I said, I signed the contract with them. I was their model for like 2 years, and as I said, like, in the first year, they like called me maybe 3 times, and in the second year, they never called me, like maybe just once, and that's that. And like, what hurts me is that they knew that I wasn't good enough to be a model. I mean, I'm really, really short, and they still like took my money, and they still signed me and never called me, you know, because they know I wasn't gonna get a job. And like, I know that now, but then I didn't know, and like they used a kid and they used me for the money, and that's like what. And the rest of the story you're gonna hear now. I mean, it wasn't a half, I'm like over exaggerating, but yeah, this part.
I don't want to be your model anymore. I quit. I can't. You don't call me ever. And yeah. And they like told me I was a fool for doing that. And literally, those words. Oh my god. Literally, those words. Like, you're a fool for doing this. And they like laughed in my face. And I was like, okay, I'm a fool, but I don't want to work with you or for you anymore. I mean, it's not like I worked, like I didn't get anything, I didn't even get calls, so yeah, I was like bye bye, and like I wasn't stressing anymore, and like yeah, I can't tell that it didn't hurt or that it doesn't hurt till this day, but I don't know. Everybody was telling me my whole life, you're destined to be a model, your body is like made for a model, and I was like, no, no. That's what crushed me, like people like put that in my head, and I was like, I'm destined to be that, and like, you're not, Natalia. And yeah, that was my bad modeling experience. So yeah, I hope this helped someone, and if it didn't, like, I'm sorry for boring you with my story, but yeah, that is what I went through, and that's my experience. Yeah, and if you liked this video, make sure to click the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss when I upload. And I have a lot more stories like this, even worse. Yeah, and yeah, I'm a walking disaster. Yes, I embarrass myself wherever I go, so yeah. I have a lot of embarrassing stories, so yeah, if you wanna hear them one day, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss them. And that is everything. Make sure to love yourself first and have a nice and beautiful day. Bye.